Welcome back to the Black and Gold Report. Again, we're talking with head football coach Pete Shinnick. Coach, we spent a little bit of time talking about the recruiting class. I wanted to spend this segment talking about the upcoming 2013 schedule. Last week, the schedule was released. You've got 10 games, and I might argue, and we'll talk about some of the reasons why in a few minutes, why this might be the most challenging schedule that you have ever had at the program here. First, just talk a little broadly about the schedule and what might some of the processes be involved in getting some teams to play you.
Sure. No, we're really at the mercy of a lot of other institutions, and we're trying to fill our schedule based on their open dates. We've been doing this 7 years. I don't know that we've ever turned down a Division II institution that wants to play, and so we try to go off, the SACs bye weeks. We try to go off, the Gulf South's bye weeks, the West Virginia Conference. Who's ever got a bye week, we're trying to fit our schedule really around them. So once they set their dates, we try to then capitalize on that and see if we can get a series going with them.
And you haven't played a lot of Gulf South teams in the past, correct me if I'm wrong. I guess they haven't had a lot of compatibility there. Well, speaking of the Gulf South, you play both teams next year that were in this year's Division II championship game. Your very first game next season is a Thursday night home opener against runners-up Winston-Salem State. You know the Rams pretty well. And then near the end of the season, you play the defending champions, the Valdosta State Blazers. First, are you crazy, Coach, scheduling these guys? I mean, these are some big teams, some big names that the Braves are going to play. Just talk about the challenges of the schedule.
Well, we've been doing Winston-Salem now for a few years, and we signed them when they came back from FCS to Division II. We knew that'd be a great challenge. We knew that they'd do well in their conference, and that was the reason that we scheduled them. Valdosta called about midway through the season last year, and it fit our open dates, and we just couldn't pass it up. They happened to go on a pretty good run and win the national championship, so it does make for a unique schedule for us to open up with the number 2 team in the country, and then the 9th game we play the number 1 team in the country.
Now they have a heck of a home field presence. The Valdosta State does. Pretty rabid fans. You're going to see 10 or 12,000 at this game, something that you're not necessarily accustomed to in Division II. Is Valdosta giving us a return game?
They are. They're coming to us the following year, and Valdosta, Georgia was named title town of all towns, for high school sports, college sports, everything. So it'll be a great atmosphere, and it'll really be a playoff type atmosphere for us. And if we're doing everything right, hopefully we'll put ourselves in a position to see what that type of atmosphere is like and play a great game.
I actually lived in Valdosta for 6 years way back when, and so I know very well the sports mentality that exists there. There's a couple of other interesting games on your schedule that I wanted you to focus on. First, you've got a neutral site game. It's the Cape Fear Classic that's going to be played in Wilmington, and you'll be playing against Shaw. Is this going to be a regular thing or a one-time thing, or how did this game come about?
Well, it came about. City of Wilmington wanted to do something. They have done this. They've done a classic in the past, and we were one of the first schools that they thought about inviting. It's a 2-year contract right now. We're hoping to extend that and maybe rotate out somebody else, but it just seemed like a natural fit for us. About 90 minutes away, we're going to go down there. We recruit that area heavily, and so I think it's a bonus for us. It really is. Not a home game, but close enough to be considered like a home game.
Now, they don't have football at UNCW. Where's the game going to be played?
It's going to be played at Memorial Stadium there. A couple of high schools use it. Great facility, seats about 6,500.
Okay, well, the other game I wanted to focus on for a minute is that you travel to UNC Charlotte to take on the 49ers in their first year of football. That should be a fun one as well. Let me ask you, are they kind of going through the same things that you went through in your first couple of years of starting this program, and is that one of the reasons you want to play these guys?
Well, we've played a couple FCSs in the past. We've never played an FCF scholarship program, and so really wanted to wait a little bit into our development as a program before we did that, and felt like this would be a school in Charlotte, again, close enough where a lot of our fans can come and be a part of it, but not far away. The travel won't kill us. They're going through, I think, very similar. A lot of the startup programs go through the same thing. They practice this fall, spring ball. Now they're on par with everybody else, and we get them. I think it's their 6th game, so we'll find out where they're at.
And I'm sure you'd like nothing more than to welcome them to North Carolina football with putting an L on their column, right?
Oh, no doubt.
Coach, we look forward to the upcoming season and hope the recruits go well for you. When we come back, we're going to talk a little women's basketball with Coach John Haskins.